Guys, so I wanted to share my crazy houseplant collection. It's not as crazy as some people's, but it is pretty large. I think probably I have more than the average houseplant owner, but I know plenty of people have more than I do. But I thought this would just be a fun little video to show you guys all the plants that I have and how pretty well I take care of them. These were my moonshine plants of probably like 10 years now, I swear. What happened once was I went through a depression. So I went through a depression and I didn't water a lot of my plants. The snake plants survived. A lot of other plants did not survive. The snake plants survived, but you can tell they're a little stressed. They're a little yellow. And they have never fully recovered. They're kind of little yellow. The babies are fine. I do have some babies, Greg. Right here, this baby growing, it's perfectly fine and healthy. Let's see. I have more. Another moonshine. And then at the very end, don't know if you can see it. There's not a lot of light. Where is it? I can't see it. Let's see if I can move over here. And maybe we can see it. Yep. Oh, goodness. Yep, another snake plant variety with a snake plant. I don't know, it's starfish. It's snake plant starfish. I got that one one of my most recent plants. And this is, I don't know the specific name for this snake plant, but I got it after the depression, so it's been doing all right. Guys are so beautiful and they're my pride and joy. They are snake plants. I forget the exact species name. Looks so beautiful and they do well in low light. You can see that my window is over here. And I sometimes will open this window so they can see, not so they can see, so they can get some more light. This is my snake plant. That's another, I think it's like coral, maybe coral snake plant, or it could be a different variety. I'm not 100% sure. These are my moonshine snake plants. They were also part of my depression time, but they came back, and these are kind of the happier ones of the ones that I didn't save when I was in depression. Then here's another of the pretty yellow-edged ones. This guy is my Chinese money plant. He, if you can tell, he lost a lot of his leaves back here because he wasn't getting a lot of sunlight. Look at these aloes. They are gorgeous, and there's so many of them. I can't wait to, oh, sorry, my nail's dirty from the dirt. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to propagate them some more and also sell some of these. I'm sorry, my fingernails are gross right now. It's because I've been placing my hand in the dirt, because that's what you do when you're a houseplant enthusiast. These are my aloe arborescens. These are one of my favorite aloes. I really, really love them. They're a bit stocky, but they also are very pest resistant. I've never had a pest on them. They do get a bit leggy though, but you can always chop them and put them back in the soil. Then they'll start, I think they start growing more, or they just make more babies at the root. And then next to it is my aloe, what is this one called? Starry Night, I believe. I got this Starry Night from a Etsy seller. Also haven't had pests on this one. Here's Big Mama Aloe. She is huge. Oh my goodness. And she has babies. There's 2 babies down here. Oh my goodness. This one is one of my favorite plants. I don't even know where I got it from. It just, it made a happy stalk a few times that I should probably cut out and prune out. I think it's called aloe lizard lips. Yeah, it's got that interesting pattern to it. Yeah, I don't know where I got it, but it's very cool, and it's very fragile too. You have to be careful when you when you move the plant because the pieces will break off of the plant if you're too rough with it. So yeah, I've got to do a little bit of cleaning up around these guys. I know this peace lily has some dead leaves. It's very fussy. I manage it, but it's a little fussy. These are my Christmas cactuses. I think they're Christmas, not Easter or Thanksgiving. Got those online. I have more over here. I got to pull off those dead blooms, basically. Yep, and there's my beautiful moonshine plant right here. Here's my also a snake plant, but this is my pride and joy spider plant. I used to have a lot more spider plants. What happened was I went into a depression for a while and didn't water my plants. But this one is new because my spider plants didn't survive, unfortunately. The snake plants did, but they were kind of a little bit grim. They never fully recovered, but the new babies they make are fine. Hoping it will produce babies this coming spring. Yeah, I really hope so because I like to give the babies away because they're so easy to propagate and they're such a hardy and easy plant. I feel like it's just one of those gifts that for people that it's not like a hard commitment because they're very tolerant. They're tolerant of abuse and tolerant of maybe not watering them as frequently. You still have to water them and they will die if you don't, but they're better than the peace lilies about it. I will say that. The peace lilies, if they're folding down and you don't water them within the next 1 to 2 days, they die. This is my Pilea peperomioides. I don't know how to say it, but basically it's a Chinese money plant. It's really cool, and I have a lot of these. They are very tolerant to, I wouldn't say neglect necessarily, but I would say they are a more beginner-friendly house plant. They're not like as, hard to maintain as some of the other ones. I think the ones I had trouble with were, what is it? Arrowhead plant. I could never keep that alive no matter how much I tried. I've rarely had any bugs on my plants other than fungus gnats. Thankfully, a lot of the beginner-friendly house plants are easy to propagate, and they also tend not to have too many pests. Like this Chinese money, I've never ever had a pest on the Chinese money. I just wanted to add a fun little fact that I used to give out a lot of these snake plants, their babies. I used to give the little plantlets from the mother out at my old office job. And oh my goodness, people devoured these, not in their mouth, but in their soul. They devoured these. Like I would say, plants in the kitchen, go, go, go in the group chat. And then I walk out of the kitchen after placing my plants there, and all of a sudden there's like a mob of people running to the kitchen to get a plant. And it wasn't just spider plants. I had snake plants and I had aloe plants as well. Now that I think of it, I also think I offered them Chinese money plants, but not as much because I only have limited availability of the babies. So this is my cart full of plants. We have the Chinese money right here. We've got another Chinese money, needs to be cleaned up a little bit. These are mothers of millions, and I do want to specify that they don't do well in groups like this. They compete for resources and they don't get very big. They can get really stocky and big, but because they're all in one pot, they don't. For example, I have this little one and I just planted as a little sprout, and he's already getting pretty big, and he's by himself. So yeah, he's doing really well. They get really big and lots of babies. Mine that I have all together, they are just not as happy. And then there's my spider plant. She's beautiful. And then kind of hidden, I have some aloe vera and another Chinese money. This is my craziness above the microwave. It's mostly aloes, Yeah, pretty much aloes. There's one spider plant here. More of the lizard lips are in here. The lizard lips, they're making babies. And let's see, I have a mini little cactus. I think he's behind here. He was a rescue cactus. This guy over here. And down here we have more aloe. Lots of aloe. So that was my houseplant collection. I'll probably do another video in spring doing all of the repotting, propagating, and I have a bigger space on the porch so I can spread out all of the plants on a table, and it'll also be nice outside, so I'll just leave a lot of the plants on the porch, and they usually get really big because they're so happy it's warm, and yeah, they get a lot of sun. So yeah, it'll be a great time. All right, take care, guys.